Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you are having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day here in South Mississippi. This morning started off a little bit rough. Last night was a little bit rough, but the sun is out now and everything is beautiful. So I wanted to take a few minutes today, first to tell you that I've gone to the message boards, the discussion forum, and you guys have done an excellent job this week. I see lots of participation. I see everyone participating on time, and you guys are really engaged with the topic. And I appreciate that. Leadership versus management, I could teach 6 semesters on it, but we only had 1 week. So we need to move on, but we're going to blend some of that information throughout the course. So hang on to it. You will notice that I posted 2 threads in the discussion forum. I do that so that it gives you another opportunity to engage, because you might look at the board and say, my thought process is just dried up. I can't think of anything. So I'll give you something to kind of prompt you along. It is good. Your first priority is to respond to your peers and directly to the question. Mine is just supplemental to give you a little bit extra there and a little bit extra knowledge that you might not have seen or heard before. I love the information about employee engagement. It is so true. A disengaged employee will cause a business to suffer, and it brings the whole morale of the organization down. Then you got the people kind of floating along in the middle, and they're just kind of, it can go either way. If the disengaged person starts complaining, they're going to be over there complaining. If the engaged people are happy, they might be happy, but they're more likely to kind of slide this way with the disengaged people, because it is easier to complain than it is to find something good. That's just our human nature. And customers are more likely to complain than they are to give a compliment. So that's something that we need to look at and keep in mind, and make sure that you're engaged with your organization. So for this week, I am going to flip over to the slideshow. I'm going to do a slideshow every week for you guys and post it so that you can have like a little checklist of what's what for the upcoming week. So let me do that right now. And I have it on my PowerPoint. I'm going to share. I have to talk to myself when I do this. It's just me. Okay, let's go with the slideshow from the start. So we are talking about Unit 3, Economics. And when you look at the word economics, if you have not had an economics class before, you might go, oh, all that economic stuff. Oh, well, we're going to make it at a level that we can comprehend and that we can relate to, so that we can tie it into our knowledge base about organizations and the environment in which they operate. So our objectives, we're going to talk about the basic concept of an economic environment and the relationship of the economy to an organization. We're going to talk about the implications and benefits of supply and demand. And we're going to analyze the influence of fluctuating interest rates on organizations and the economy. So we know that the economy has an impact. It has to, because any organization, no matter what type of organization, it has to operate within the parameters of the world. So the economy will impact it. Even think about something like a civic club. Let's take, for example. If the economy is not doing well, people are less likely to be members of the civic club or to give money to the charitable causes that the civic club has as part of their mission. So you can see, even in a big organization like Walmart or Toyota or Disney, how does the economy impact Disney? Well, when money's tight, people don't go to the movies. They don't go to the theme parks. And if they do go to the theme parks, they're not going to be eating at Cinderella's castle every week. So you see how it impacts? If the economy's good, people will have more money to spend, and they might do that. They might go one time to Cinderella's table. Trust me, it's enough. So that's how that works. Supply and demand. This is my example of supply and demand. My can's kind of big here. So, confession time, I'm addicted to Diet Coke. I buy lots of Diet Coke. I drink lots of Diet Coke. But when Diet Coke is on sale, even though I love my Diet Coke and I know it's not good for me, I buy more and stock it up. When the prices go up, and it's kind of escalated, the price of soft drinks has escalated over the last couple of years, I might buy less, or I will seek out the sale, the sale opportunities. So when Walgreens has 3 for $10, I'll go buy 3. If they are $4, $5 a pack, I might buy 1. So supply and demand, as price goes up, demand goes down. As price goes down, demand goes up. So it's an inverse relationship with supply and demand. We are also going to talk about the fluctuating interest rates on organizations and the economy. If it costs a lot of money to borrow money, organizations don't expand. If interest rates are low, like they have been lower in the last couple of years, you will see lots of growth and lots of businesses expanding. So those are our objectives this week, and you have great resource materials to look at for these objectives to support them. So our activities. You're going to read, review, and view your readings, your articles. There's a chapter out of a textbook and the YouTube videos. You should be actively participating in your unit discussions. You have 2. You are going to complete and submit your units 1 through 3 review quiz. And remember, next week you have your second paper that's due. I'm giving you here a breakdown of the assignment. This is exactly what's on the discussion form. I just broke it into some smaller bullet points so that you can make sure you address the whole thing. That's the other thing I wanted to go back to. Discussion question this week. I noticed there was a second component that some of you didn't address, and it was about management versus HR. So if you're watching this video right now, go in and address that part of the discussion question. Here's the second one, supply and demand. What do you feel the benefits and implications of this concept are? And I just gave you my supply and demand story. Quiz. It is 10 multiple choice questions. It's due by next Sunday night by 11:59, 1 minute before midnight. Do not worry about studying. There's nothing to study. This is stuff that you should have gleaned and picked up from the readings and the discussion forums. So don't sweat over this quiz. It should be okay. Other business. Again, you have a Unit 4 assignment coming up next week. Make sure you review the instructions and the rubric for the assignment. And you might want to go back and look at the rubric for the discussion questions. If you need any clarification on anything, let me know. Again, I'm around. I answer my texts. I try to answer my emails in a timely fashion. So make sure that you ask me, because if you have a question, other people probably have the same question, as they say. The last thing I want to say to you guys is I want you to have a great week. You guys are doing great in the class. You're engaged. Your information is excellent. You guys are just rocking right along. You are awesome. So as we go into the week, grading will be done tomorrow and Tuesday. I always block out my Monday and Tuesday for grading. So you'll have your feedback on your paper by Tuesday evening. Please look at your feedback, because I give you tips and tricks. And I might ask you a question to kind of guide you in your Unit 4 assignment to get those thoughts flowing, so that you're not saying, okay, what about this, what about that? We'll try to funnel it in that way, and I'm going to help you and coach you along. Again, questions, concerns, complaints, issues, problems. If everything's just wonderful, let me know. Feel free to drop me a line anytime. You can do it in the Ask the Instructor forum, or you can send me an email, but I prefer you put it in the Ask the Instructor forum, because that way other people might need the same information. So let's do that. Anything else? I can't think of it. I hope you guys again had a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Be happy, be healthy, and be nice to everybody. Bye.